I'm giving away 2 VIP tickets to Celtic Park. I'm also giving away a signed Celtic squad shirt from this current season. As well as that, guys, I am also giving away 2 tickets at home to see St. Pauli. I'm also giving away 2 St. Pauli shirts that have been signed by the entire squad. And I'm also giving away 2 St. Pauli shirts from this season that no one signed. On top of that, by entering this competition, you'll also be in the running to win thousands of pounds, as well as potentially money can't buy experiences like 5-a-side football with Zidane and tons of World Cup memorabilia that's available as well for free. Doesn't cost anything to enter at all. All you need to do is make an account. Most of you guys watching this will already have an account. At the first part of the video, I'll be explaining all the rewards, how all the prizes will be won, because my division is not going to be top heavy. It's not about finishing in the top 10 and all that stuff. I want you guys to win it, and we've got some amazing stipulations for winning some of the best prizes I've got my hands on. And if you're brand new and you're opening your account for the first time, as the video knocks on, I'll explain a little bit more so you know how to pick a team and the best kind of strategy to take when building your team. The link to enter the league is in the description of the video, whether you have an account or not. It's the same link, it's in the description, you can't miss it. Global Cup 3001. At any point in the video today, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. So here we are, guys, the unveiling of the Global Cup 3001. And guys, I've got to admit, on the run-up to this World Cup, I wasn't that enthused until this competition came out. The Global Cup from Sorare is unlike any other fantasy football competition I have ever seen anywhere. On top of that, for entering private leagues like mine, everyone goes into raffles and anyone at random could win signed jerseys as well as match day tickets at any time, no matter how you're doing in the tournament, at random. If you finish really high up on the leaderboard, there's tons of money. There's thousands of pounds up at the top of the podium, as well as VIP tickets to the biggest and best stadiums around world football, as well as signed merch and memorabilia. It's really an amazing festival of a football giveaway. It really is, because there is participation awards as well as ones for success, doing well overall, as well as on a match day basis. There is no deadline on entry, so even if you are watching this and we're already 1 or 2 free games into the World Cup, you can still enter the Gold Cup 3001 as well as the actual Gold Cup on Sorare and get in amongst it every match day. So no matter when you're watching this, hit the link in the description, sign up directly, and you'll be entered into all the competitions. And the Global Cup 3001 wants to replicate the Sorare Global Cup. So what I think is my best prize, my favourite prize to give away to hopefully someone who's just anyone, who's not like, you don't need to be a fantasy football demon, know all the ropes, know all the tricks and trades and all that kind of stuff, okay? So I've tried to do that as often as I possibly can, okay? So the Celtic signed squad shirt, okay? That is going to be won by the person with the best scoring team in the group stages that contains a Celtic player. And I'll explain a little bit more in the details on that shortly. And before the World Cup final, I'll be raffling away 3 of the St. Pauli shirts, one of the ones that's signed and the 2 that aren't. The draw will take place on my live stream in the World Cup final preview, and that could go to literally anyone. For finishing 3rd in my tournament, you'll get one of the St. Pauli signed shirts. For finishing 2nd, you'll get 2 tickets to the Millernator Stadium in Hamburg. And I've done the pilgrimage once. I've got the only half and half scarf that's acceptable in world football. I've got my Celtic St. Pauli half and half scarf from when I went to Hamburg. And I'm giving away 2 tickets so you can experience that. If you've not done the pilgrimage, if you're a Celtic fan, then believe me, you will not be disappointed. If you're a football fan from anywhere in the world, again, you will not be disappointed. It's a great venue. Fantastic host city, and everyone I've ever known to go there has an incredible time. And the exact same thing can be said for my number 1 giveaway. If you finish first in my global league, the Global Cup 3001, you'll get 2 tickets VIP to Parkhead, Celtic Park. I've had access to Celtic VIP tickets from Sorare before. There's videos on the channel if you want to go and check them out. But when I say 5-star dining pre-match, I mean 5-star dining pre-match. There's always players and ex-players kind of floating around. The man of the match comes in after the game and does a little speech, which is lovely as well. And there's always nice little giveaway trinket things as well on the table. Like the first time I went, we got these little Bluetooth speakers. And then the last time I was there was for the Leipzig game, and they gave us this little light thing that commemorated the match, and also we didn't do very well, so I don't know what to do with it now. But it's a fantastic experience. It's great seats. It's a great experience from start to finish. Did I mention it's a free bar? You don't pay for any of your alcohol. Now, what did I mean when I said the best scoring team that contains a Celtic player, right? So on the Global Cup draft, which we'll get into in a bit more detail if you haven't quite got there yet, the 4 Celtic players that will be going to the World Cup, Dyson Maeda costs 8 points. Aaron Moy costs 8 points. Josip Juranovic costs 8 points. And Cameron Carter-Vickers costs 9 points. So picking none of these players should really influence your overall draft too much, okay? Now, on each match day of the group stages, I'll be going into the Global Cup 3001 and I'll be looking for the highest placed team that contains a Celtic player, any of the ones I've mentioned, and they will get a ticket. At the end of the group stages, there's only going to be 3 people, and we'll do a draw. We'll do a draw for them. One of those 3 people will win the Celtic VIP shirt. So if you think Cameron Carter-Vickers is going to start for America and be their rock at the back like he is for us, if you think Dyson Maeda maybe gets a sneaky goal against Spain or Costa Rica or something like that, maybe Aaron Moy can run the game against Tunisia. And we all expect Juranovic to inflate his price tag. So is Juranovic going to be the main right back for Croatia, and do they go far? The strategy you take with that can be so different and so creative, and you can build that around so many different teams and players, that I think that's the best way to give this one away in the group stages, because then it really means anyone could win this. Even if you don't do great in match day 1, you've still got a chance in match day 2. And even in the final match day, if the rotation kicks off and you're left standing, maybe you come in right at the end with a ticket for that raffle. And again, just to clarify, before the World Cup final, I'll do a raffle from random numbers in the Global Cup 3001. I'll do that live on a stream, and that'll be for a St. Pauli shirt that's signed in 2 home St. Pauli shirts from this season. Now, the Global Cup is a 5-a-side fantasy football tournament, okay? So you need to have 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and then 1 of any other position. This Global Cup, but because it's free to enter for everyone, we all do a draft system. You get 100 of a budget of gems, diamonds, credits, whatever you want to call them. And from that budget, you need to pick the best squad. Now, the best advice has been with this to this point is getting the best 5 or 6 players you possibly can that you think can have a great group stage, because after the group stages, there will be opportunities to bolster your squad and maybe plug any gaps you lose through elimination. The scoring matrix for these players is between 0 and 100. Big actions like goals and assists and saving penalties and all that kind of thing, they significantly increase people's points. But every player on the pitch has genuine point-getting potential for you. This isn't a fantasy football game where there's some guys that are just not even worth considering. The right player and the right team and the right tactics, as long as they're making actual actions in the match and they're actually influential for their team in this World Cup, they will collect points and they can potentially be effective. So your knowledge really does come into this, and even just your personal taste of what player you like better than someone else. And fitting it into this 100-point budget has been a lot of fun. I would give any newcomer a top tip for this. In my opinion, Takumi Minamino is probably the best 6-point card you can pick up. And I also think Josip Juranovic for 8 points, if he is the number 1 right back for Croatia, is an absolute bargain. Now, once you've clicked the link in the description of the video, it's going to take you over to Sorare and ask you to sign up if you've not made an account yet. It takes 2 seconds. All you need to do is email password. You don't need to give it bank details or do any of that stuff. All you're there to do is draft your team with your points and assemble your squad. You'll then come onto the play page, and this is easy as it comes, okay? This is a set and forget situation. You come into here once you've completed your draft. Once you've clicked that link and you've joined in, you'll see that you are in the Global Cup 3001, and you do not need to do anything else with this page again. All you're going to be doing every match day is coming in here and selecting your team for the Global Cup for each match day of the World Cup itself. Typically, you want to find very good players that can score in excess of 60 and 70 points to be in the contention for the leaderboard. On their leaderboard in here, they are giving away 100,000 what they're calling National Series cards. Now, I can't say this any more plainly. This is, for me, the digital new millennium version, if you like, of the 1970 Mexico World Cup and the first ever Panini sticker book that we got for a World Cup. There's only going to be 700,000 of these cards. They are only going to be given out as prizes from this competition. At the moment, there is 200,000 entries. This will run every match day of the World Cup, and the top 100,000 wins it. So even if you don't think you're that great at fantasy football, I'm sure over the 3 match days, you could probably get into the top 50% once with the team you select if you try and find big teams playing small teams and that kind of thing. And then whatever you do with that is up to you. You know, you can keep it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. All the ones I win, I'm going to be keeping them for as long as humanly possible, depending on what they are, because I see it as I see this as like the first ever edition of new generation World Cup memorabilia. All these National Series cards are officially licensed from the teams in question. Sorare are not selling any of them. They're only being dished out as rewards for competing in this free-to-play competition. And as you can see as well, everyone is guaranteed a prize. 100% of people will win at least common cards. And common cards can be played in Sorare, again, for free. And they can win actual Sorare cards that cost money. And again, in this tournament, every match day, there's a podium where it pays out in excess of £1,000, £2,000 and £3,000 respectively, according to the current price of Ethereum. So to set up and enter this will literally take like 2 minutes. Click on that link in the description below. Put your information in, create your account, do your draft. It literally takes 5-10 minutes, and believe me, you can redraft an unlimited amount of times, and everyone is having tons of fun debating selection choices and really weighing things up and keeping up to date with the latest news. If you're interested in all that stuff, there's plenty of content here on the channel for that, if you're not too sure where to get that stuff normally. And then the day before match day or the morning of, just check the deadline in your local time zone. You just need to come in, set one team into that Global Cup, and then every private league you're in and the Global Cup, that's your entry done. And then you can walk away from it and watch the football and cross your fingers that your guys come in. If you have any questions about anything in the video, for something I should have spoke about more that you're interested in, or something you've got a question about, then just drop it in the comment section of the video. I get back to everyone that comments in videos like these where I'm asking for if you need help, I'll help you. I can't wait to get started, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you'll join me for a fantastic World Cup here on the channel at Quinny 3001 with the Global Cup 3001. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.